are going to get into a debate, and for the first time, we're not doing the listeners. We have a couple Barstool personalities. KB and Nick are joining us live via satellite from West Virginia. Gentlemen, how are we?
Personality is a stretch, but thank you for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Well, we're glad to have you guys. Where you guys are in Wheeling, West Virginia?
Yeah, that's right.
There. We're on the sliver between Ohio and PA.
What kind of action you guys been seeing over there? What have you guys been doing? How you guys been keeping busy?
Are you talking? Is
that like a euphemism? You talking to local talent?
No, I don't know. I mean, look, hey man, West Virginia is
definitely a euphemism.
It's his own thing.
How's the town doing?
We'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it if you didn't pry.
Yeah,
that's fine, gentlemen. That's fine.
We're just guys. We're a little nervous. I wore my best tuxedo T-shirt. You're the biggest.
I don't even have a shirt on underneath. It's just chest hair.
But that's really formal.
It's like a shirt.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck it. Let's just get into it. This is going to be the first debate that we're doing where we have the debaters in the same place sharing a microphone and a camera. So it might get heated, might get sexual. Here's the way it works, guys. There's going to be 3 rounds, okay? The first 2 rounds, each of you gets 2 minutes to state your case. And then there'll be a 1-minute rebuttal round per topic, okay? During the 2-minute round, you can interrupt. You can go back and forth, but I got to warn you, it better be a good point if you're interrupting your debate partner, because if you're saying dog shit, we're going to dock you. Now, the 1-minute round after the 2-minute round is uninterrupted. So let's get into it. The first topic,
Pat,
gentlemen.
They do have an advantage here because usually when we have 2 debaters, we can mute one of them if they're interrupting. We can't really mute both of them. So they can just kind of interrupt each other all they fucking want. Yeah.
You'll have to slap each other if you want to correct the other debater.
I'm sure that won't happen.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So let's get into it. The first debate topic, gentlemen, is what is the best state in the union and why? We pre-flipped a coin, and Nick, you are first. You have 2 minutes.
All right. Well, Nick, what's the reddest state?
No, that is not true. I went with Oregon.
You're pandering.
I'm not pandering.
Boys,
I went to Oregon.
They love donuts and they hate showering.
Fuck you. Give me my 2 fucking minutes.
Okay.
All right. I chose Oregon because of the beautiful scenic landscape, the Oregon Ducks, great uniforms, and Portland is a cultural mecca. All kinds of cool people that wear big beanies, tight pants, and flannel.
Okay.
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining.
Well, Jesus, guys, can I butt in and just?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. You pick the best one, and you do this on purpose because you knew I wanted to pick Oregon.
That's not. I didn't know you loved Oregon.
Yes, the Cascade Mountains.
It's not like you left your notes.
Snake River, Bend.
Well, you're going Oregon to what's your state? What state are you going?
Hold on, gentlemen. Nick, you should finish your point. You named a couple.
This isn't a debate. If you fucking choose.
You're right. What?
Nick, please continue. You have 30 seconds remaining.
So Oregon, it's not Washington, it's not California. That's pretty cool. And it's all a good shape state. It's not too big. It's not too small. Kind of like that nursery rhyme. And I like state. It starts with a vowel. That's not too common.
And that's time. Okay. KB, you got 2 minutes. What's your favorite state in the union and why?
Okay. Normally I would go Hawaii. As far as the diversity,
of Hawaii.
Go on.
It's all overweight tourists.
Well, look at the demographics section on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Compare the percentages. It is as far as it has the perfect balance of natural resources. Or should I go Oklahoma? That has the perfect balances.
Please note that KB is questioning what he's arguing for in his opening arguments.
Multiple states could be a good play here.
Right.
Oklahoma has, if you're an outdoorsman, if you're a country guy, if you like rural scenery, and it has that mixture, and then it has Russell Westbrook, or it did have him. It has Timothy McVeigh. It has hunting. It has. I don't want to go. I want to go back to Hawaii.
Okay, going back to Hawaii.
Natural scenery, resorts.
No shit. The best state would be an Oklahoma-Hawaii hybrid. But that doesn't exist.
If you could combine those two, that would be.
You really would have a little bit of everything.
And that's time, gentlemen. Okay, so you have 1 minute unrebutted.
Hard factor boys. What state did he even pick?
Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to judge after. We're going to judge after. So
I've got some notes. It was
very confusing, Nick. Great point. It was very confusing, but it was also rogue. It was also creative. So, Nick, you have 1 minute unrebutted. KB, you got to quiet down. Nick, go.
Nick, go.
I'm still going for. I'm going to combine it with another state.
You can attack his state if you want.
Oregon.
Okay, it's freeform debate.
Combining Oregon with Maine. It's like Oregon, but with good lobster. You get both coasts, Maine, the Atlantic and the Pacific, and you have both the top corners of the continental U.S. in this hybrid of a state. As for diversity, let's skip that.
Maine might be the whitest state.
It's an uninterrupted 1 minute.
Uninterrupted 1 minute.
And he's still.
And there's never been. It's safe there. Oklahoma, not so sure about safety there. There's tornadoes in Oklahoma, and then there's also you're in the middle of the ocean, isolated in Hawaii. Imagine you could be stranded there.
Could be, but are you?
Shut up!
And that's your time. That's your time. Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, KB and Nick are debating what's the greatest state in the union and why. Nick has selected Ora, Maine, and KB has selected Oklahoma. KB, you have 1 minute uninterrupted to finish your argument.
Okay. Well, Nick is right, and he will refuse to admit it because Oregon is the best state, and it was the #1 pick. Nick, what the fuck are you talking about?
I won the coin toss.
You were right, but you said it in the worst possible way. You never mentioned the Cascade Mountains. You never mentioned the
Snake
forest,
River.
The Snake River. You never mentioned Eugene or Corvallis.
Crater Lake. I mean, lots of good things.
Crater Lake. You're so afraid to admit when you're right, and that's the worst part. That's
KB has claimed a third state now in his argument, which is okay. We've never seen this before, and that's time, gentlemen. That's the round.
Fabulous.
It was very confusing, and we're gonna hold our judgment until after the debates. But that was okay. Is everyone have their notes?
I thought it was very.
It's clear. It's clear who won. Yeah. It's clear who won, but we have to wait till the end of the debate. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Can we move on to topic 2? Topic 2, same format. KB, we're starting with you. Should wrestling be an Olympic sport, and why?
You know what? I'll take this. I think it should. It's the original sport. It is. It's the reason the Olympics started. So I have to go yes. But I'm sorry for interrupting. Kyle, you take your side on this.
Why don't you keep going, Nick?
No.
I think you're about to make an ass out of yourself.
No, you won the toss. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
No, this is your turn. I don't want to interrupt.
What are you going to say next? How it's the ultimate form of combat and how it takes.
So for the record, Nick is
the most athletic.
Nick says yes.
I was going to say that.
Stamina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess you have to take no.
I guess you
defend why wrestling sucks.
Okay. KB would be a wise choice to say no here.
Unless you, this is a debate tactic. It's called not following the rules.
I think the more important part of a debate is who is making a point stronger than the other person. So
okay.
Nick might be
the
correct.
Possibility, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm telling him why he's correct.
Sir, sir, what is your argument?
Kyle would say that wrestling is just for kids who got cut from the high school baseball team. And I would agree. It may be for some
I did not get cut.
It may be for some
I went to tryouts. I did, and then it wasn't for me.
Yeah. You were short, but you were strong, but you were short. Just not good enough for baseball.
Well, but the strike zone, he would have been walked every time.
Now you guys are saying we're short in the past tense, like he's grown.
Oh, right. Well, that's why he's still wrestling, right?
Well, I think Kyle has a minute to decide if wrestling should be in the Olympics or not.
Yeah, Kyle.
No. It is one sport that cannot grow a fan base. The only thing it can do is if it wants to get more viewers, if it wants to get a bigger audience at matches, it just has to get other people who already wrestled. It's impossible to learn to like wrestling.
I think that's
unless you've already done it. It is the most boring, mundane, and complex sport to understand, enjoy, or find any entertainment in if you just watch it as somebody who has never actually competed in the sport before. It is miserable to compete in. That doesn't matter. It is borderline illegal. What they did were like rules and laws about cutting weight.
How long is this
People
minute?
still fucking.
That's time. That's time. That's time. And for the record, KB, have you ever wrestled before?
Yeah, I feel like you guys know this. You probably saw.
Well, the listeners may or may not. I don't know.
I feel like they know too.
Okay. All right. Okay. That was a good.
Fair enough.
It took about a minute 30 for him to choose his position, but he's no. He's no. So Nick, please, your 2 minutes.
Compare me to a politician.
Sure.
What is this?
This is my 2 minutes. I think to rebut what Kyle said, it's completely a marketing issue on why wrestling is. It should be the most popular sport in the United States. It's a bunch of hunks with fucked up ears and unitards. Who wouldn't want to see that? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's just, you love grappling.
Nick's trying to fuck me right now.
No, I'm not. What are you talking?
Yes, he is. He knows how to play. He knows how to go on.
And it's like he said, you have to be the ultimate competitor, the ultimate warrior. You have to make the ultimate sacrifice. You know how many slices of cookie cake Kyle has passed up on his birthday while cutting weight? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
An Olympic effort.
Yes, he had to pass up on going out on parties because he had to sit in a sauna in 4 layers of Adidas tracksuits.
Dedication.
It's embarrassing. It's sad, but it's the commitment that you have to respect from those warriors. He's permanently marred his body.
Can we see your ears?
If we could describe these, it looks
like for the listeners, guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus.
His ears look like
look what he's done.
Looks like they were written. His ears were written by J.R. Tolkien. Is what they look like.
Fucking embryo.
And imagine sacrificing your body, saying no to all future romantic prospects just for a sport. It's amazing that what these men do. And I think it deserves it.
And that's time. Okay, so that was a really fantastic argument. I thought that Nick made a really clear argument on why wrestling should be an Olympic sport.
He knows how to get me.
Okay, so KB, as your argument, your position is no, it should not be an Olympic sport. You have 1 minute, uninterrupted, please. The floor is yours.
Okay. Sell me this pen. Have you guys ever been to a college wrestling match?
No, only because I was at a high school match participating, and there was a college match there.
That's not true.
My choice. I was doing community service as a janitor.
My friends at Virginia Tech that went to our high school in Real, Virginia, were on the Virginia Tech wrestling team, and we went to some of their matches.
I did not attend as a spectator. Only previous years.
Yeah, spectator here.
All right. How much is a reversal worth in points?
Well, Will was a wrestler. Yeah, between 1 and 3.
2.
Yeah, we got a sample size of 4 guys. Name 3? Each one of you name an Olympic wrestler in the past 10 years.
Kurt Angle.
Roland Gardner.
Not the past 10 years.
Bruce Baumgartner? Not the past 10 years.
Kale, the guy from Iowa that was undefeated. Kale, whatever.
Yep, Kale Salad.
Alex Smith.
Yeah. Wrong. Generic white guy from Iowa.
KB, you have 20 seconds. Wrap your point.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are a good sample size of the overall population of the U.S. You're all vastly different than each other.
All very different men.
None of you even know.
4 fat white men from the same state, yes.
You guys consume media and sports, and you still have no even idea of what's going on in this. That's how boring and unmarketable it is.
Okay. That's a great point, and that's time.
It was a creative 1 minute rebuttal. I'll give
that was very creative. All right, Nick, wrap it up.
You guys are not all different, and I can't tell when the screen changes. The only giveaway is the background.
It's a good point. We have a diversity issue on this show. Fair enough. Okay.
And and that's a fair point. Our cholesterol is all the same. So okay, Nick,
we're like octopuses. Like we're like one being, really. Like central unit.
If a doctor's looking at our stats, the only difference between us is maybe a couple inches. All right. So Nick, you have 1 minute. Wrap your point.
Nick, make me come.
So,
you guys live together, huh?
All right, guys.
All right, don't mention my senior year state title. Don't mention that.
The viewers don't matter. It's the passion behind the wrestlers. You see them out on the mat. They don't do it for glory. They do it for the love. the passion.
Oh.
They put their body under the utmost stress. And for what? Nobody likes wrestlers. No girls fantasize about sleeping with wrestlers. Wrestlers are a weird bunch. They're a bunch of 4'5", bow-legged men. And all they want to do is grapple. And that is the most beautiful. That is sportsman to its core.
They're like strong jockeys.
Everybody plays a sport to sleep with women. That's the only, except for wrestlers.
That's why I play golf.
They do it for sports.
That's a great point, and that's your time.
That's what the Olympics are.
That was one of the most well-sounded, well thought out arguments I've heard on this show so far. So
I mean,
not giving anything away. I'm not judging. I'm just moderating. The other boys are judging. But okay, guys. So we've heard it here. We've heard what.
We're judging. The moderator is Pat. The other three of us are judging.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to tell anyways. You wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell anyway.
That's
don't
okay.
worry.
Don't worry. I mean, guys, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. The debaters have been prepped on the first two questions, but this next question is a wild card. They are unaware of what this question's going to be. It is a 1-minute round, so this round is just 1 minute each, and then we're going to wrap it. We're going to judge it. I think we're going to start with Nick. It's Nick's turn. Nick, who is your favorite serial killer, and why? Who's the best serial killer? Yeah.
All right. You got to go with efficiency here, and that's why I'm going with Jim Jones. He did it all in one take.
Fuck, that's good.
And he was frugal. He didn't do it with Kool-Aid. It was with Drink Aid. Look that up. Fact check that. He was manipulative. He was, all the other serial killers they use their looks. He was an ugly man. There's not many ugly serial killers. So he used strictly his words, his manipulation. He was persuasive. Yeah. He was well spoken. He could win any debate. He got people to move to South America. He's the ultimate predator.
For the listeners out there who might not know, how many did Jim Jones kill estimated? Do we know?
Who's to say?
Who's to say? That's impressive. And that's your minute. Yeah. Okay. KB, you have a minute. Who is the best serial killer and why?
Jim Jones is probably the worst serial killer.
Great.
He is the indirect serial killer. A good serial killer does it for pleasure. They derive pleasure out of doing it with their hands, with a weapon, and watching that person slowly die in the grossest amount of pain possible. They want to see them bleed. They want to see them. Jim Jones was afraid. Jim Jones never put his hands on one of those.
He doesn't
kids.
know any serial killers.
He never skinned one of those women.
You don't know it. You don't know.
Ed Jeffrey Dahmer.
KB, the question was who is your favorite and why? You're attacking Nick's choice.
I hate Nick so much that I just want to make him look worse. I don't care about winning this debate. Jim Jones was afraid to fucking watch somebody die via his own hands.
Who is yours?
It's the one who liked to watch. Who liked to.
KB's coming with a Burger King argument right now to Nick's McDonald's. He's not.
Wear the skin. He wanted to skin them himself with a scalpel, and he wanted them to be alive while their face was.
You're
off.
Just making up a man.
Whoa.
I think that's your time, and I believe you're referencing Ed Gein. Yes, which you did mention very briefly in your closing argument. Gentlemen, that is it on the debates. We're going to get to the judging.
That's going to be tough to judge.
That's going to be tough to judge.
Serial killers did not disappoint. I was excited about that.
Yeah,
I got what I came for.
I've never seen that tactic in the final round before.
I was loving Jim Jones until I wasn't, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
A lot to think about, really. Yeah.
That's the ultimate way to debate is just to disprove the person's argument without making a good one yourself.
He did it all in one day. That's you
Yep. What's less than zero?
His manipulation skills. I want to have the power of him, but he didn't enjoy serial killing.
You had a poster of him on your wall.
Well, it was of the entire
the entire cult. All right, gentlemen, let's take it to the judging round. If you're just joining us, KB and Nick just finished their debates. We had 3 rounds. Round 1. What is the best state and why? Round 2, should wrestling be an Olympic sport? Round 3, the bonus round, the round where they were not prepped for. Who's your favorite serial killer and why? Let's take it to the judges, starting with what is the best state in the union and why, Mr. Will?
I'll just go KB. He got this win on this round for me. I thought Nick. Nick, you had some good arguments with Oregon and Maine. In fact, you cucked the Oregon argument from KB, but you admittedly were pandering to Pat the whole time, and the coastal elite argument did not sit well with me. I thought that the Oklahoma, Hawaii, and the diversity was a great message from KB, where the Oregon Maine thing of like, come on. Like, I'm just going to lock myself up in my fancy, rich, coastal. Yeah. So KB is the winner in Will's eyes. Wes?
I also got to go with KB. I've never seen someone attack the other person's point to win the debate, which I thought was a tremendous strategy. And that's why he gets the win for me.
Keep in mind, guys, KB's state was Oklahoma. He couldn't make a decision on which one.
Hang on there. It's a clean sweep for KB. He already won the round, but the reason is because I think he ended up with Oregon at the end of it with the rebuttal round. I think he actually landed on Oregon, and I'm going to give him the round.
He shit on Nick's argument as to why he made a terrible argument for Oregon.
It circled back to KB landing on Oregon and also Hawaii. So so round one to KB. Yeah.
It was impressive and confusing. Okay, KB takes round one in a clean sweep. Okay, guys, let's take it to round two. We are in the judging portion of the debates with KB and Nick. Should wrestling be an Olympic sport? Wes, what are your thoughts?
I got to go with Nick on this one. I know that KB's the wrestler, and Nick taking the reins on this was a very strong move, and I thought gave him the win in this. I gave him minus points for saying hunks, but he came back and took the win anyway.
But they are in good shape.
That's true, guys. Keep in mind that Nick's argument was these poor, pathetic gentlemen deserve to have the stage of the Olympic sports.
Who sacrifices more?
They've sacrificed everything in their lives to become and pursue the sport of wrestling, the least popular sport ever invented, and I think the original sport. Mark, let's take it over to you. Who do you think won the round?
It's Nick. Like you said, like he said, and like you said, it's the original sport. I don't know why you would argue against wrestling being the Olympics, the original sport of the Olympics. Nick won the round.
No. I thought that KB actually had the better argument, but I'm still giving the round to Nick. So, because wrestling is boring. Nobody wants to watch that. So KB won on the argument, but Nick, though, his debating skills of explaining the passion, right? And just how pathetic these wrestlers are. It was just, it was moving.
Yeah. They don't do it for the money. They do it for the Olympics.
Yeah, they don't even do it for their parents
gold medals,
who don't show up to the matches. Okay, guys. Well, look, we have a tie going into round three. It looks like Nick took the wrestling round, KB took the state round. Gentlemen, the third debate topic was who is your favorite serial killer and why? And just to recap, it's pretty interesting here, guys, because Nick actually brought a serial killer to the table. KB attacked Nick's serial killer, but did not bring his own to the table. So it's going to be a tough one to judge. But Will, who do you think won the round? I'm sorry, Mark needs to kick this one off, right? Mark, you haven't kicked it off yet?
I'll go first. I have KB winning the round because Nick said Jim Jones, but then KB debunked Jim Jones, giving him -1 serial killers in my eye. And KB may have had 0 serial killers, but 0 serial killers beats -1 any day of the week. So KB wins with 0 serial killers.
That was a very interesting judgment from Mark on who's the best serial killer and why. Will, what do you think?
I'm going with Nick simply because he presented a serial killer. I thought that was a bold strategy in your favorite serial killer round to actually name somebody. So kudos to Nick.
It comes down to the last vote.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
Wes, it's down to you. And look, and Will, I have to echo your sentiment. It was very impressive.
Don't try to sway Wes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I've already made my mind.
Okay, Wes, it's on you. So it's tied. The game, the set, the match is on your judgment here.
So, when I originally heard the arguments and Nick came out with Jim Jones, I was like, wow, that's never thought about that as a serial killer. But in my mind, a serial killer is exactly as KB described. You got to get your hands on them. A serial killer is a guy who plots and stalks and slashes and fucking mutilates, and that's a real serial killer. So
Of which KB knows none. I do want to point that out.
He threw out Jeffrey Dahmer, and that's good enough for me. KB gets the win.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the wind would have blew a different direction if I was on the judging board this one, but I'm not. I'm just the moderator.
Let's hear from the contestants.
Yeah, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the judgments? How do we feel?
So, I think I would have won if I knew that we could just not obey the rules. But that's on me. That's on
fair.
me.
You're not the only person that said that.
A referee.
Yeah.
We'll do better.
I'm going. No. That's on me. That's on me.
Okay.
Nick's afraid to think outside of the box.
I didn't think outside of the box. That's 100% on me. And
I'm a box guy.
I'm going to come back stronger.
I'm outside of the box.
You're a huge box guy.
I
love box.
Yeah, I do. Well.
Us too.
No,
Yeah, we're box guys too. In, out.
Yeah.
So- All over the place. Well, gentlemen, that was amazing. I really appreciate it. Nick, hey, don't be sad because you're in the loser bracket. And there's some really strong competitors in the losers bracket. KB's in the winners bracket. Not really sure how, but look, again, it's about aggression on this show. That's the dirty little secret. It's not about rules. It's about who's going to yell louder. And KB won the day on that one.
We don't know how many people from Barstool will compete, so KB might be in the finals. It could be straight to the finals for him. It might only be 4 people competing.
And gentlemen, we're going to announce it live on the show. We've never explained this before. The winner of the entire debate competition wins a partly expenses paid trip to Washington, D.C.
Gets a hard factor mug.
Yep, and that offer is only valid if you gentlemen are still in quarantine in West Virginia and you win. So, yep, we'll pay for a tank of gas for you to go to D.C. Guys, thank you so much for joining the debate. KB and Nick. KB's the winner of the day. This is Hard Factor Radio on Sirius XM. Hey, if you haven't, check out the Hard Factor podcast. It's daily news, cocaine, 30 minutes every day. Keep you up to date on what the fuck's going on. The takes are going to be medium, kind of right, but very funny.
Oh, yeah!